Hello, I hope you're having a wonderful day. War of Rights released not an update, but a pass called the Balance and Environmental Pass. So this is going to be changing some things with the environment and the balance of the game. I'm briefly going to go over it in this video. However, if you want the specifics for all the updates, there will be a link to the update post itself within the description of the video. Anyways, here are the changes. So the first change is they overhauled the skirmish ticket balances, which is a good thing to see. They need to keep doing this going forward just so that the game is balanced, because you want both sides to feel like they have a good shot of winning a map going into it versus one side feeling like they have an advantage. So they've been keeping track of match results over the past month, and here are those results on screen. And some of this is not really surprising, but it'll be interesting to see what those changes are exactly, and they put all those changes specifically within the patch notes as well, and I'll be giving my live reaction to that at the end of this video. So if you want to check that out, go there. And the other part is they overhauled the environment a little bit. Praise be the grass changes, but they didn't do grass. They changed the trees and the bushes this time. On top of that, they overhauled the death screen to give a little more information about what your information status means, whether it be in formation, skirmishing, or out of line. They did some new designs to the Springfield 42 and the Mississippi, and they fixed some of the crashing issues on maps like Creasy Cornfield. I think that was the only one mentioned that was fixed, but hopefully there can be more with that. So those are the big changes for this pass, as they call it. Update 200 is in the works, and they want to clearly do something special for Update 200, which is why they haven't been calling anything that they've posted over the past few months as updates, but it should be interesting to see. Please give your thoughts, of course, in the description. And again, the Steam update patch notes specific all that will be in the description as well. Anyways, here's my live reaction to all the ticket balance changes that they did. All right, here is my live reaction to all the map ticket changes. Of course, outside of the one seen on screen, give your thoughts in the comment section below. But it should be interesting because they just gave us all the stats here, which is nice to see. But first, you have Eastwood Skirmish on Antietam. It looks like CSA has been winning that majority of the time. That just makes sense. It's not that wide of a map. Union can't really hit any flanks because it's a wide open field. CSA can see, as long as the CSA can respond in a quick enough of time, they can use the buck and ball they have to their advantage. Sure, Union has it too, but it's going to be a lot better when you're defending versus charging. So I think giving Union some more tickets here, like they show right here, is a good thing. Next, you got the Hooker's Push. I'm shocked that Union is winning this map this much. I mean, I haven't seen it too recently, but every time I've watched it before this, it seems like the defenders can just stack up across the whole width of the map and just completely shoot down the attackers, and wherever the attackers try to go, the defenders can just shoot them out of the area. So that's a little surprising, but I think as well, right, most of these matches are probably played in pubs and not the regimentals that I'm recording, so I think there could be that as well, but I'm just surprised Union's winning this map a lot. Next, we got the Hagerstown Turnpike. It looks like they're giving the Union side a little more tickets on the map, which I don't mind. This map it's pretty even, all things considered. I think it's so slightly CSA's bias, because Union can spread out across the map and just shoot into the CSA, and there's not too many places for the CSA to hide and cover. And you can hide back in the woods, but Union can just walk up, early cap the point, force CSA out. Now, it's a little difficult for Union to charge a lot on that map, just because if Union charges right away under the point, it's in the middle of the open, CSA can bombard it. So, I think giving Union a little more tickets here makes sense, but we'll see. Next, you got the Miller's Cornfield, giving Union more tickets. That's no surprise there. 118 to 134, I don't know the, percentage differences, which Edgar from 2Core, he sent me a big updated list, which is nice to see, but it looks like Union got a 3%. Union now has a ticket advantage of 8% on the map, where it was before that CSA had a 5% advantage. So I don't mind that. It might need to be more. Probably will, just because CSA's got buck and ball, Union doesn't, but of course we'll see. Next, we have Eastwoods. It looks like they're giving Union more tickets on that map, which is needed as well. I mean, Union has a special company with the 42nd Pennsylvania, I think it is, and they got the Sharps, where CSA has Buck and Ball in a woods. It's just, there's that. CSA has 4 flags, Union has 3. It's just a huge advantage. And so I think giving Union a huge buff in tickets is a good thing here. Of course, we'll see if it's enough. Who knows? Nicodemus Hill, CSA winning this more often than not. That's no surprise there. Just, I mean, CSA has the stone wall on their right with the shotguns, the 42s, and the cavalry. And I mean, Union either has to charge a stone wall or the wide open field. So I think Union giving Union some more tickets here is a good idea. Although, all right. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Again, this is just initial thoughts. Could be completely wrong. We'll see, though. Bloody Lane, CSA winning that more often. Giving Union some more tickets. I don't know. I don't know what to think of that. I mean, the last couple of times Union's been able to win it, but barely. So I'm sure this will be nice for the Union side. Yeah, I don't know. Bry Ford, Union final push time decreased. So they didn't adjust the tickets at all on Pry Ford. Huh. That's surprising that Pry Ford has an even win rate. I feel like that's a CSA biased map. It's a wide open field. And the CSA side, I guess both sides have the cav now, and it makes it impossible for Union to charge. The only way Union can win is through a shootout. And, I mean, I saw it happen recently once. But outside of that, it just seems like a CSA dominant. I mean, again, right? I just watch this in a couple of regimental matches every once in a while. It's not like watching it in pubs per se, which pubs is a completely different area of the game. I think pubs is worse gameplay overall. I mean, it's just you don't have a Steam chat, for example. Communication isn't always there, but you're going to have a lot more Rambos too. Regiments just kind of bring the best of the best because everyone's playing against each other at the same times every week, especially in events like Smoke and Steel League where there's a competitive aspect. Everyone's trying to win and do the best, whereas pubs, I don't think it matters that much outside into a few pub regiments and those that recruit. So I'm a little surprised by Pry Ford. I wish they would have given a Union a little more tickets. But let's see. Progress Mill, haven't seen this one in a while. CSA winning it a lot's no surprise because if memory serves me right, I'm going to look this up, is that CSA, I mean, they have the special regiment, the Cav, so does the Union side, but CSA has shotguns, Union doesn't. And so that's just a huge advantage. It's a small little woods map with creek going down the middle. So, and it favors CSA hugely. So I like giving Union more tickets here. Let's see, Westwoods. Union winning that more often. That's not surprising there. Union final push time decreased. I don't mind that. Yeah. I mean, some of this stuff we'll just kind of have to see how it affects things. But, I mean, I don't mind that change per se. Westwoods has always seemed fairly even, all things considered. So, Dunker Church. Final push time decreased. And CSA get a buff in tickets. I like this too. At least giving CSA more tickets. The final push, changing the time is interesting. Because it always used to be the amount of time that it takes for the attackers, at least how we understood it, the amount of time it takes for an attacker to get from their main spawn to the point of contention 2 times without getting your bayonet and reloads on. They seem to be messing with those times. So maybe that might not be right going forward. But I find it interesting that they're not giving CSA a whole lot of tickets, although this win ratio is surprisingly a lot more favorable to CSA than what I would have thought. Just because Union has a huge ticket advantage. I think it was like 40-something% before this and 50-something% before it. But anyways, Burnside's Bridge. Looks like they're giving CSA a buff in tickets. How is Union winning this map so much? I mean, that's the only thing that I've criticized. The data collection is really cool. I love data. It's cool to see, right? But the problem is that regimental play, where the best of the best play in War of Rights, is minimal compared to the amount of times mats are played on pubs. And so pubs, which has worse gameplay, but you could say that's the more average gameplay because more people are playing that more often, and the game maybe should be balanced towards that, you could argue. But, I mean, it's kind of a tricky balance. That's why you hear people saying that devs should let server owners have the ability to tweak the maps. But then you don't have a consistent gameplay. I mean, it's tricky all around. So, yeah, I mean, Burnside's Bridge, CSA should be winning a lot more. I mean, I guess the map's kind of, I mean, Union has to charge across the bridge. Then once they get across the bridge, if the CSA just charge down and wipe the Union instantly, the match should be fairly even, and most of the time I feel like it goes CSA's way at that point. So, again, Pubs is a huge factor, but Kirk's countercharge, CSA winning that most of the time. I like that. Giving Union a huge buff and tickets, good idea. There we go. Simple there. Otto and Sherrick, CSA's been winning this a lot more lately. I like them giving Union more tickets here. I think that's a good idea. I mean, the thing is, regardless of what side the Union decides to go on, CSA can just, I mean, they've got a ways to sit back and shoot as the Union come in, but the moment Union come in, if CSA spread across the width of the map, the opposite side can just collapse in and completely wipe the other side. So I like giving Union some more tickets here. Roulette Lane, looks like they're giving Union more tickets, which, I mean, what are they doing on Cooks? They're giving about a 30-point change. Roulette Lane, 27. I feel like that's almost too much. I don't know. Let's see what the Edgar sent me. I'm trying not to look at the list that Edgar sent me because it is very good, but it might spoil some things. Let's see. Roulette Lane goes from a 37% CSA ticket advantage to 7.9%, assuming this math is right, which no reason not to trust it. But I feels like that might be too much. Maybe, but again, I like giving Union more tickets there, but I don't know. Anyways, Hill's counterattack, the last one. Yeah, I like giving Union more tickets here. I mean, that map is a chess match, and if Union plays it fine, it should come down to the end of the round. But yeah, I don't mind giving Union more tickets, especially if CSA are winning it so much and winning the shootout. Anyways, South Mountain, you got Garland Stand. How is Union winning this map at all? Garland Stand should be impossible for Union to win in current meta if CSA plays competent. Their whole team, or at least a good chunk, let me double check, has shotguns, the 42s. Their whole team does. Union doesn't have it, and it's woods combat. So I don't know how Union's winning this that much. But I do like that Union's getting a buff in tickets. Again, we'll see how it goes. Hatch's attack. Again, how is Union winning this map? See, this is the difficult thing, is that when you watch Regimentals, which I consider the best of the best gameplay, and you can argue that if you want to or not, I think it is. I don't get how Hatches goes to Union side unless CSA play terrible. Because the advantage for Hatches for CSA is they got a nice road that marks their defensive line, where they all have shotguns, Union doesn't, and Union can't really get close to the CSA side. Sorry. Man, talking too long without water. Great things for you. But, yeah, I mean, CSA have a nice road defensive line where Union has to actually get up onto that road to see the CSA well. And I say, well, they can hold back and use defilés to shoot, but CSA's got shotguns, Union doesn't. Union has a special regiment, so they only have 3 flags compared to CSA's 4. So, yeah, I like that Union gets a buff, but I wish it was more. I wish it was more. Let's see, Cox's push. See, the question is, I mean, I guess there's all these, like, average CSA tickets left, average Union tickets left, which could play a part into some of these, but I don't know how Union gets a larger buff of tickets on Cox's push than Garland's stand and Hatch's attack. That is confusing to me. I'm going to guess just because of these average tickets left, right? Union has negative 15 here, CSA is 22, which is about a, 30-point swing roughly, 30, 40-point swing. Whereas Garland's is like 25. I don't know. They really should have given... It's a little confusing, but at least it's in the right direction. I like Union getting more tickets on Cox's push. I mean, all 3 of these changes here are good. Don't get me wrong. I like it, but It's just surprising that Cox's push gets the most out of all of them. All right, Anderson's counterattack. Yep, giving Union a lot of tickets there. That makes sense. Nothing much more there. It's kind of a funny theme that just going back up to the top thing here. It's like CSA win most of the time. Who would have thought? That's why no one plays Harpers anymore. It's all a bunch of tiny maps. You can't play it on 400 players, and it's heavily CSA bias. And then lastly, Colquitt's defense giving Union more tickets. I don't mind that. And I guess there's Reno's fall there too. The same thing. Although it's surprising to see Union get more tickets on Colquitt's than Reno's. Reno's feels like a much more CSA biased map than Colquitt's. And the only reason why I say that is because Union can play the map to where it makes CSA second guess themselves and Union can take ground when needed. I don't mind Union getting a little more tickets though on Colquitt's. I'm just surprised it's more than Reno's. But anyways, again, we'll see how it all plays out. Harpersferry, Maryland Heights. Yay, Union got a buff in tickets. That's a good thing to see. No surprise that both sides have a lot of tickets left at the end of the game. No surprise at all. Next, River Crossing. They're giving Union a buff in tickets. It seems like a lot. 130 to 158. I mean, the last time I saw the match, which Harpersferry just doesn't get played that much often, except for Schoolhouse Ridge, Boulevard Heights, Redoubt. But in River Crossing, it went down to the wire at the end of the round, and CSA edged it out. So that might be too much. Downtown, giving Union more tickets, that's a good idea. No complaints there. Schoolhouse Ridge. Okay, you're telling me Union didn't win Schoolhouse Ridge once in the past month, but yet they were able to win Garland Stand and Hatch's Attack? Like a third of the time? This is... I mean, there's probably not a good... it could be a way. I would want to see the breakdown of this for if the server was public or had a password on it. I want to see the breakdown of that. Because I have a feeling some of these results would be different. But again, it's just a feeling. Who knows? But, yeah, I mean... Crap. I mean, I don't mind you giving Union tickets on this, but holy crap, that's probably the biggest spike out of all of them, at least initially looking. Let's see, how does Union win High Street more? Whoever the CSA officers in this High Street game where they lost need to quit the game. How do you lose High Street as CSA? How does Union now... Oh my, this is... Oh man. It's cool to see this, but holy crap. All right, High Street, giving Union more... The fact that Union got more tickets on Schoolhouse Ridge than High Street, that's unfathomable to me. I mean, part of it, too, is a lot of the matches I've watched is like 300 to 400, and a lot of these are 200 to 250. Some even getting down to 188, like Maryland Heights here. I mean... The problem is that balancing this game is difficult because you got... This gameplay is completely different on 200 and 400. It's really hard to balance. So I don't know. Boulevard Heights Camp. Let's see. See, you're not gonna... How did you... Whoever won the Union on High Street needs to get a medal. But that's more of a CSA playing terrible. But Boulevard Heights Camp giving Union more tickets. I don't mind that. Give them a little tickets there. Seems like a good thing. Just because the moment CSA get in the berm, it's impossible for Union to get out. But, I mean, the part of this, too, is just strategy of how the map's played. Because the data doesn't show how the strategy of the round was played. And that's why, getting feedback from people who either watch or play the game a lot is a good idea on top of this, which I know Red had a community forum back... a month or two ago, which has some interesting results on there. But next you got Shenandoah Street. Union not winning that. I haven't seen that in a long time. This is no surprise. I don't know how Union doesn't get... I mean, I guess the thing is, too, is I'm realizing stuff as I say it, so I might sound stupid when I say it, is like there's different ticket amounts on each map for each side. So that could be part of it too, why some of these numbers are so drastic. But yeah, I mean, I like Union getting more tickets. Should be more, maybe. I mean, again, we'll see how the battle kind of plays out here. Harpersferry Graveyard, Union get a slight buff in tickets. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. That map's fairly even, all things considered. Readout, Union getting a huge buff in tickets. Wait. Did I screw up? Oh, I might have switched around camp. All right. For some reason, I was thinking readout when I saw camp. But yeah, that makes sense. All right, readout. Yeah, I was thinking readout above for whatever reason. Yeah, the camp, huge buff there. That makes sense. Readout, giving Union more tickets there makes sense. And then Washington Street. This map is fairly even. I like giving Union a little more tickets, although that might be like a lot. So, because Union could play that map even. It was already fairly even of a map anyways. But anyways, Drill Camp, Alexander Farm. I like giving Union tickets here. Haven't seen it in a while, but CSA, Union can only attack down 2 alleyways on that map. And I mean, half the CSA team has buck and ball. Union doesn't have it. Fairly easy for CSA side to hold that. But again, Union seems to find a way to win. Crossroads, haven't seen that in a long while. Union final push dropped. USA increase in tickets, which that the first time you've seen Union have a higher win rate, but they get a buff in tickets. But maybe that's because of a final push timer. I don't know. I had no comment there, I guess. I haven't seen them map played in a long time. Smithfield. Which one's Smithfield again? I'm blanking on the map. I can't believe it. I haven't seen this. I either haven't seen it in a while or let me let me look it up. This is the greatest thing. I mean, I appreciate these doing these ticket balance changes. Again, a lot of it's gonna see what happens in pubs. Oh, right, that's Smithfield. Okay, jeez, they played it a couple weeks ago in Smoke and Sealing, and I forgot. All right. Yeah, I don't mind giving CSA a slight buff in tickets. Anyways, Creasy's Cornfield, Larson Homestead, no bounce to the spawn issues. Why weren't those fixed? Maybe they were fixed. Yeah, oh yeah, they did. Okay, at least on Creasy's Cornfield. That's a start. Cool. Anyway, Southwood Lot. Union get a huge buff in tickets. That's needed. Fleming's Meadow. Union needs a buff in tickets. They gave him. Good. Wagon Road. Union needs a huge buff in tickets. That seems like good. Crossley Creek. Union needed a buff in tickets. That's good. Union Camp. Union needs a lot. It looks like a lot. Pat's Turnpike. Yep, I like giving Union Defense more tickets here. Stefan's Lot. I don't really remember that one too much, but if I'm remembering what I think it is off the top of my head, giving Union more tickets here because I think CSA have the buck and ball on the map. Or actually, no, Union defends on that map. Yeah, Union defends. CSA has the buck and ball, so CSA can just get up and close with the shotguns and do well. And there's not much hiding on the map, so I like giving Union more tickets there. Confederate encampment. I like giving Union more tickets here. So, yeah, all right. So those are the changes there. That's my initial thoughts. I hope they keep doing this, and I hope they also just show a difference between passworded and not passworded servers because the experiences are different. It's just a fact. I mean, but it's difficult to balance, as said before, just because. Again, the gameplay is completely different on 200 to 400 players. When you in a smaller pop server, when you die, you lose a lot more tickets upon death than in a higher pop server, where there's a lot more people dying, so each death is worth less tickets overall. It's a nice way to balance the game, but again, or at least make it so that server times take about the same. About the same is a stretch, but yeah, it's nice with that. Different strategies just happen on those player counts too, because on 400 players, defenders with 200 guys can defend the whole width of the map. You don't get that with the attackers. You get different officers each time. And I mean, just the difference in play, I think, between pubs and regimental matches, I think there's a difference there. And so, Regardless, though, both regimental and pubs, especially on unbalanced maps, should show or lean one direction. So I think, again, making these changes is good, and just keep doing it because that's the biggest thing too. Is all the changes aren't going to be right. So even making a couple changes every month would be good. But anyways, that's going to do for this. Please give your thoughts. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We'll be back with Smoke and Seal League on Wednesday. Should be posting a YouTube short tomorrow. But anyways, have a wonderful rest of your night, and we'll see you in the next one.